Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris with InsideTheU. Back here again at Hard Rock Stadium. This is my third time being here in a week. You know, I had the concert, then the UM-FSU game, and then here for Miami Dolphins, Arizona Cardinals game, which I want to get into. Also, I want to talk about the UM-FSU game. There are a few extra notes. 3 things I forgot to mention in the video after the game. It always happens where I have something else that I'm thinking about that I forgot to mention, so I'll get into that. But just being out here again was great. You know, for years I was able to come to games, cover Dolphins games and other pro teams in the area. I always liked doing that, not just for the change of scenery and just seeing what's going on in the pro sports and enjoying those opportunities, but also seeing former Hurricanes come back to town and see how they play and how they're doing, check up on their pro careers. I always enjoyed doing that, whether it was talking to Ed Reed or Andre Johnson after game, Vince Wilfork. You know, Eric Winston was always great to talk to. A long list of guys I definitely enjoyed talking to. That's why I came out here today, and it's my first Dolphins game I've covered in 5 years. So it was great being back out here, seeing familiar faces, sharing stories with other reporters. It was really good. Even though I'm out here quite a bit for other events, as I mentioned, and UM games, just had a different vibe. And I wanted to come out here today because I wanted to watch DeeJay Dallas play, coming to town with the Arizona Cardinals. And for those that don't remember, you know, I went to Georgia to watch DeeJay in high school. And I enjoyed that in Brunswick, Georgia. Watched him play a high school game, and obviously enjoyed watching him covering his games at UM. So catching up with him again was great, and certainly shared some memories. And I'm going to post a video interview with him and an article, you know, talking about a variety of things. But a few things that we touched on, you know, and I asked him his thoughts on this team. He really likes watching UM play. You know, he thinks they certainly have a chance to win the national championship this year, which is great to hear from a former player. He enjoyed sharing the memories of coming back to Hard Rock Stadium. I'll get more into that in the article. But just all the connections he made at UM. He really loved UM. Said it was great being back. And, you know, the other thing too, and I'll kind of leave you wrap up with my thoughts with DeeJay, was I asked him about maybe some keys for this year's team, you know, to continue their success. If you remember, DeeJay was on that 2017 team that went 10-0, that lost those games at the end. And he didn't, you know, say what happened during those times, but he said the key for this team moving forward is really staying together. And I think the games are only going to get tougher down the stretch here. The stakes are higher. Miami's ranked in the top 5 now. You know, all eyes on what they're going to be able to do down the stretch. And so as long as they play to their strength, I feel like that's a big key as well. You know, also being able to be in the Cardinals locker room, I was able to catch up with Clayton Tune about Shannon Dawson, you know, their time at Houston together, the backup quarterback for the Cardinals. I asked him how it went with Coach Dawson and what he sees from this year's team. You know, and Clayton Tune also has some other ties to Miami. So just good to be able to talk with him about some Miami stuff. It's always good kind of getting more perspective on the program to share to you guys. And then my final takeaways too with this game, certainly disappointing for Dolphins fans. You know, the 28-27 loss, Cardinals moved to 4-4. They're certainly excited about that. Being in the locker room, they're definitely energetic and glad to be at 500. So Kyler Murray was a lot of fun to watch, thread a lot of really highly impressive passes to the different guys there. But again, for a Dolphins fan, good to see Tua out there. It was good seeing him make plays, make some good throws. He had a nice scramble, but just disappointed weren't able to go ahead and get that win there with that last second loss, even though they led the entire game except for the end. So disappointed for Dolphins, dropped to 2-5. My final 3 thoughts that I wanted to mention about the UM-FSU game that I forgot to mention, just real quick. Defensively, 4 point yards per play allowed, certainly a step in the right direction, and hopefully they can kind of continue that and move forward. Duke doesn't have a proficient offense as well, so hopefully Miami's defense continues on with that. Great seeing Cam Ward catch a touchdown pass. I know he didn't throw one or rush for one, but I do want to mention a really cool moment, one of the cooler moments in the entire season, in a season filled with a lot of big-time offensive moments. So really good that he was able to get that. And then finally, you know, I thought, you know, even though Miami was in control of the game, I thought at the end of the second quarter, it was really important for Miami to get that field goal, to go into halftime 17-7. Once again, another pivotal 4th down call that they decided to go for it right around midfield on that drive, and they got it. 4th and 1, they go ahead and get that run, that first down run by Mark Fletcher. And again, you know, when you're talking about upsets and what might happen, even though Florida State had not been playing particularly well, you know, if they don't get that first down and Florida State's able to reel off another big play somehow, and then it's 14 all at halftime, who knows what would have happened. But I thought that was a pivotal point that I forgot to mention in the game. Those are my final takeaways of the game. Really looking forward to this week, talking about the game against Duke, get some insight from the coordinators on Monday, as well as head coach Mario Cristobal on Monday, and the players as well. But thanks for watching. It's a unique video. Don't usually do these, but glad to be out here once again at Hard Rock Stadium. But definitely, you know, stay tuned to the channel, have that video with DeeJay. And for VIP subscribers to the website, definitely check out the article with DeeJay. More insight, his thoughts on being back here at UM, as well as the information from that Clayton Tune provided. So thanks for watching. Have a good rest of the day, and take care.